Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park. We're just giving the John Deere a bit of a rinse off with our new pressure washer. There we go. You'll see we've got the Keenan on the back of the vent, and there's a few different products in the shed. So let's take a look at what's been going on the farm. So first things first, MaizePlus. We've got it installed along with the animal food edition and also grazing. So we've got all three installed, activated, customised and all set up. So we've got 2 IBCs of molasses, we've got some mineral feed, we've got some silage, and we've got some hay. So this is all our hay off of our field that we did in the last episode, all the baling. So I've got them in, at least an auto stacker, job's a good one. Silage, I did sell all the silage, and unfortunately, for me at least, I then had to take a contract to replenish our stocks, let's put it that way. But that brought in some money for us. Probably a good point to move on to the money situation. So you'll have seen at the start of this video a little bit of a few clips of the soybean harvest. So that funded all of this. So we have demolished the small shed that was here, and we've got this silo, so that's going to do us rather well. I haven't landscaped through down here yet. I was thinking about doing that maybe at some point in the future, so we can almost do a loop and come back round to get our products out the silo. So yeah, the soybean harvests and the gamble there paid off, so that worked a treat. So I need to remember that for next time. I think we've definitely done 1 silage contract. There might have been 2, I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we desperately needed the bales, and a bit of a rookie error, seeing as I've been stockpiling them on Calmsden for if I put MaizePlus in there and then I go and sell them on here. So yeah, never mind, got it back, got it sorted, and there are still contracts available to us, and we probably will end up doing some more, because I think we're going to need a lot more than we've got there. So with that being said, we're going to try now and do our first TMR mix using MaizePlus. So just to show you that I haven't been swindling the books, you'll see we've got £98,000 of income from the contracts, and we've got 51,000 from the additional soybeans and the little bit of silage that was sold after completing the contracts. You can see there as well, there's the bales. So you'll see the repair costs we've had, any leasing that we've done, etc. We did sell the barn, we got just under 5k for that, and then it cost us 45, I think it was, for the silo, and 1,500 I think for the jet wash. So yeah, all good, and we can now save the game before we start trying to do a mix. We can jump in the John Deere and start a TMR mix. So hay going in. This is going to be trial and error. This is honestly the first time I have made a mix with MaizePlus. So there's been no testing, there's been nothing. So I've got the ingredients and we're trying it as we go. So next we will grab a bale of silage. In fact, as well, I'm going to turn that off because for some reason it is incredibly loud. So let's get some silage. Are we even in? There we go. Cool. Right, let's grab that and get that in. Even let me do it. I was trying to unwrap it. There we go. Right, let's get that in as well. So how are we looking? Right. Could do with seeing. So hay is at 60%. Right, let's just hop out of there, get into here. So we need some molasses and mineral feed now, don't we? So let's move the John Deere, reposition the Fendt a little bit, and yeah, see if we can finish this mix off. So we've got the 5% we need for the molasses. So now I'm just going to try, I think we're probably going to need to drag out one of the mineral feed pallets. So you'll see there we have this handy hood. I think we're going to need more silage, if I'm honest. We are over the percentage for hay, so we need the silage to bring that back down. So we'll grab ourselves a, there we go, bit of mineral feed, and I wonder if we can refill from here or whether we need to be lifting it over. So no, we can't. So if I remember rightly, this was a 10%. Let's just check. There we go. So mineral feed can go up to 10%. Cool, okay, so let's start refilling that. No! Really? I think we've gone over on the molasses. Okay. That is possibly frustrating. Let's just jump out and have a look. So molasses. Oh no, okay, 5%. Mineral feed is at 6. Okay. Wowzers, it's using loads. So what we're going to do now is grab some more silage and see if we can get this mix to turn to TMR. Alright then, so we've got the little hood that pops up. So we can now just keep an eye on that, and I think it's probably going to, there we go, it's turned. Just need to keep an eye on the percentages, but there we go. I think that, let's just have a quick look, is a bang-on mix. Haha, very good indeed. So we've used 1 IBC of molasses and 1 pallet of mineral feed. That's quite a lot. Okay, right, so it's nearly 2 bales of silage and 1 bale of hay. Okay, well, yeah, let's get this fed to the cows, I think. So before we gently nudge the cows out the way to give them some food, let's just take a look at how the animal menu appears now. So top bit is as before. The food section, this is where it changes. So base food, roughage, moisture food and power food. So at the minute we've just got the hay in there from when we'd fed them before. So that's not gone down a great deal yet. We haven't gone through too many hours in game. With the grazing, if the food should ever drop below, I think it's 25%, then the grazing will kick in and will satisfy all of the different 4 categories. So, that all being said, we can now just feed the cows and see. There we go, that one's shifting anyway. There we go. So there we go, total mixed ration. So we'll get that unloaded. There you go, it's changed it over, and you'll start to see each of the 4 categories is going up. So yeah, job's a good one. Really happy with that. We are going to need some more food though. Love it. Right, let's get all that emptied in. We will even give the Keenan a wash, I think, to celebrate our first TMR mix with MaizePlus. So look at that, the cows bounding in to get their food. Look, that's much better than hay for them. So that is looking all good. Obviously at the minute we are slightly out of balance with the roughage because of all the hay we've got, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get it balanced eventually. There we go, that's nearly finished. Marvellous. Super. So you can see it splits it pretty much between each of the 4 groups. Lovely. Right, let's get this out of here and get it washed. Well, we've got the Keenan all clean, so I thought we may as well do another mix. Now I know we don't need to do TMR for beef cattle. It doesn't. They don't produce milk, so it yeah, we're not getting any benefit as such, and we could just feed them hay and yeah, leave it at that. But what's the point in having MaizePlus and not using it? So we've got another bang on mix there. We are possibly, yeah, well, no, but I think we're pretty good on that. Let's get the gate open. I do plan, I'll show you when we get back into the cab. So there is, you'll see in the F1 menu there is a mix recipe, I guess you'd call it. Let me just get this in here first whilst not trying to talk. There we go. Right, so unloading. Okay, so you'll see current recipe says dairy cattle 2. Now we can, once this is emptied, I'll show you, and we've got different ones where it can, so we've got young stock, we've got beef cattle, which is what we're doing. So at some point we'll switch over, but now we've got the ingredients for dairy cattle mix. Doesn't make any difference at all, and yeah, at least we're giving our cows the best we can. So let's get this emptied out, and then we probably need to order some more molasses and mineral feed. Well, there we go. That's our delivery all put away. We got 6 pallets of mineral feed, and we've got 6 IBCs over there of the molasses, so that's all good. Now, one addition, I guess you'd call it, with MaizePlus is the fact that we can now use some different grassland kit. So quite handily, and where was it? No, not that one. This one here. So the grassland subsoiler, or grassland, however you would like to pronounce it. So basically this removes the needs ploughing state, but also gives you a fertilised state as well. So we are going to grab that. Thank you very much. And the other thing that we want is under mulches, I believe, and is this. So the cutter roll 3000. Now, both of these are only a 3 metre working width, but we can now set them off working. Let's have a quick look where they ended up. There we go. Cool. Right, get spun round and get everything attached, and we'll head down to one of our grass fields. So, as you will see, we've got a worker going on course play. So we've got the mulcher on the front, mulching the grass, subsoiler behind, giving us that extra fertiliser state. So you can see there, we've only got needs ploughing around the edges, which is fine, but we could maybe set it up in the cow pasture to get that done as well. But for now, we're just going to leave it ticking away on a worker, and we'll take a look at what contracts are available to us. So we are by field, well, we're in field 25 and next to field 26, so just across the way from our worker in the field over there. We've got a silage contract, and quite handily the bales go to the mini biogas plant. Mini biogas plant? Oh, sacrilege. To the biogas plant. So another change with MaizePlus is that we can now condition the grass as we cut it, and we can choose whether we want that to happen or not. So by pressing Z, we have now got the with conditioner set. I've already set the swath drop in, so that's all good to go. We can then bale it up afterwards, and as with any contract, it will change it straight to silage for us. We aren't going to wait for it to ferment. So enough of me rambling on, let's get some mowing done. So with the headlands done, we're now working our way up and down and around the field. So one change I've made, or two changes I've made, sorry, is we are now on 3-day months, or we will be possibly into the next season once that takes effect. So that's what's recommended for MaizePlus. So we're going to give that a whirl and see how we get on with that. The other thing I've done is, and I think you'll probably notice it more as it gets darker, is I've added in Relight, which is a change to the game's lighting system, basically. The Farm Sim guy did a video on it at the weekend, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll give it a whirl. And yeah, the colours seem to be a lot more vibrant, I think. So yeah, hopefully you can see a change, and yeah, be good to yeah, see it in action through the various different months. The issue is we're in October, and obviously it gets darker earlier, so we may have to stop at some point, but we will push on and go for as long as we can. It's not going to take us long to get this mown. I'm just conscious of our silage levels, and yeah, we could do with having a lot more in the shed. Final bit of this field now. Job's a good one. There we go. We can get that all folded up, and then grab the Class and the Pottinger baler. Get these bales baled up, wrapped, collected and delivered. So yeah, on to the next step. There, we've just dropped off bale number 3, and we are filling up rather quickly. You'll see once we start collecting the grass again that the icon is slightly different. So bottom right hand corner, we've got a picture of some grass with 2 little water droplets. So that is conditioned grass, I think, or grass conditioned, I think it's called. So that's mowed with the conditioner on the baler. So yeah, the icons do change slightly, and I do keep having to refer back to the PDF. So if I have got that wrong, I will correct it in the edit. So yeah, this is going to take some time, so I'll do a bit and we'll catch up in a little while. Just coming up to the end of the second headland, and wowzers, we've got some bales already. Let me just show you what we've got. My other slight concern is that let's just check this. So these are going to the biogas plant. If we look in the biogas plant, we've got grass silage now. All this has changed with MaizePlus. So grass silage at the bottom, which is fine. I am just concerned on the amount of space that we've got. So yeah, we'll what I might do is just finish this pass here and then grab the fast track and the bale loader and deliver some, just to see how much it fills up with the amount that we've got and how close we get to completing the contract. Right then, we've got 24 bales, so let's just pull up here and hit the unload button, and we'll see how we get on here. Oh, bit of a collision there, I do apologise. Let's have a quick look. Oh, it might not actually go up. That could be alright. 48% transported. And excellent, it's not registering. Super, we haven't got a problem at all. Right, so we can now lower the bale collector, head back to the field, and do a bit more baling. I actually think that I'm going to do all of the baling now, and then because the light isn't the best, although it does look absolutely stunning, it's not making for the best recording. One thing while we're here, this is, you'll see this big yellow silo. This is a Duiker silo, so this will allow us to buy different items, and will be a get us out of trouble silo if we get stuck with needing to buy anything to feed the cattle. But for now, I'm going to get back to the field, continue with the baling, and we will catch up in the morning. I know that I said I'd see you in the morning, but I know I also said that it doesn't make for great recording light, but that sky is fantastic. It is just, yeah, it's so much more improved and realistic. It's great. It is absolutely great. But yes, enough of me swooning over the sky. I've got baling to do before it goes completely pitch black. Well, we're into November and the contract was completed after another full load, and then I think 2, maybe 3 more bales after that. So yeah, I've advanced the time, quite obviously. We are just bedding down the cows. They are not too bad for food at the moment, which is good. I'll show you in a minute how many bales we actually ended up with off of the contract. But for now, let's get these done. How much has that left us with? Right, well, we'll stick the one more bale in, and then we'll go and have a look at the silage bales we got off the contract. So I did mean to say it, I've just happily blowing straw into the cow's pen, and yeah, not mentioned this bit of kit on the back. So we've bought this straw blower. The mixer, the way it was just set up, it's just easier to buy a straw blower and use that now instead of using the Keenan. So that's that all finished. So we'll pull that out of here and just drop the engine off for a minute and put the lights off. We will get into the John Deere, he says. There we go. And go take a look how many we ended up with. I was pleasantly surprised. So let's have a quick whiz around here. So we ended up with 30 bales, which is fantastic because we are going to need them. So yeah, job's a good one. Hay, we've got what, 22 there maybe, something like that. So yeah, we're pretty well set at the minute. There is 8,000 litres of grass silage in the biogas plant now. As soon as the contracts are completed, it dumped it into there. So yeah, I didn't need to worry about it not all fitting in, which is good. There are a couple of 3 harvest contracts available. Don't think we'll bother. I don't know whether to yeah, take any of these. We'll see. One thing I do want to have a look at is the state of our field. So let's just turn the lights off on that and the engine and have a run over and have a look. So just standing on field 36 and we're around 50% fertilised, which is what I expected. I am tempted to see if we can grab the fertiliser spreader that we've got now and run round and get this up to 100%. So I think we're going to try that. Now our other field, field 39, is 100% fertilised. Field 45, yeah, we've got 1 layer of fertiliser on, needs weeding. But I think what we're going to do, when the planting window opens, we're going to put corn in there. So that'll be for maize silage. We'll probably use the pit at the BGA for that, I think. But yeah, so that corn is going to go into 45. We've got, what we got in there? Wheat and barley, I think it was, wasn't it? Let's just have a quick look. I should really know. Yeah, wheat and barley, so that's good. Okay, cool. Let's hook up to the fertiliser spreader and see if we can get this field to 100%. Well, we're working our way up and down the field and getting that last layer of fertiliser on, and then it'll be a case of shutting the gate and yeah, leaving the field to do its thing and yeah, wait until harvest time. I do yeah, I'm liking the relight. I have my reservations ever so slightly about it, but I do think it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, I think it's a great addition to the game. So we're going to get this done, and then that is probably going to be it for today. So that's not taken very long at all. Just working around the headland now, and you'll see the grass is starting to grow where we sowed it, just around the gateway a bit. So hopefully that's going to come in handy for when we come to harvest. We'll have a bit more of an entrance to the field. So yeah, we've just got a few bits left to do. Let's just make sure we're not making a complete hash of it. Just a tiny bit there at the top. Yeah, I mean, that is, I think I've said it before, but that's the one thing I miss from not having precision farming, is the fact that you can't actually see where you've been. But never mind. We'll crack on, we'll persevere, and we'll get it done. Well, field all finished. And we'll just hop over and have a look. And I've just shut the gate, literally. 100% fertilised. Yes, it needs rolling, but at the time, we couldn't afford a roller. So, we're looking good for money. I'm not sure whether we should start investing in equipment yet, or whether we should sort of hang on a bit, see how we do through the winter for money and for food, because obviously the cows have to be a priority. I did have a quick look, and I think we've probably spent a little bit too much money today on equipment, well, on the straw blower, about how much farmland is. So 32 is 49k, which isn't bad actually. I mean, that's a shame that comes as a block, because field 25, we got so many bales off that. But yeah, I think land maybe 32 at some point. It's not massive, but it's an extra grass field. And we could possibly do with it. We'll have to have a think about what we do and whether we do any contracts in the next episode. But I've enjoyed that today. I'm very, very glad the mix worked, and we could feed the cows some proper food. And yeah, we've got a fair bit of work done as well. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.